Hi guys, welcome back to our session. I'm sharing my screen. Yes, in the last class we discussed about soap and rest. So today we will discuss about the difference between soap and rest. Please take down a heading: difference between soap and rest. Right on point number one. Difference between soap and rest. Right on point number one. Soap stands for point number one. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol. Whereas REST stands for Representational State Transfer. Whereas REST stands for Representational State Transfer. Whereas REST stands for Representational State Transfer. Representational State Transfer. Second point. SOAP is a protocol. SOAP is a protocol. Whereas REST, SOAP is a protocol, whereas REST is an architectural pattern. 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 Then third point. SOAP requires more bandwidth for its operation. SOAP requires more bandwidth for its operation because of the XML format data. Because of the XML format data. Whereas REST doesn't need much bandwidth. Whereas REST doesn't need much bandwidth. Whereas REST doesn't need much bandwidth for its operations. For its operations. Next, fourth point. SOAP supports only XML format request and response. SOAP supports only XML format request and response. Whereas REST supports JSON format, XML, JSON, XML, HTML, JSON, XML, HTML, and a text format. Text format. Okay, next, fifth point. Look at here. So I'll just take an example. So most of the time, if I'm using a REST, it is going to support get method, and then it is going to support post method, and then it is going to support put method, and then patch method, and then delete method. When I'm using REST, when I'm using SOAP, okay, when I'm using SOAP, most of the time, whenever I'm using a SOAP, SOAP, right? Not SOAP. When I'm using SOAP, it will most of the time it will support post method, and get method is rarely used. Get method is rarely used. Now I'll explain fifth point. This SOAP cannot make use of REST request. This SOAP cannot make use of REST request, because here I have a put method, patch method. When I want to do any of the activity, if I have any request related to put or patch, SOAP cannot use it. But whereas REST can make use of all the SOAP requests. Whereas REST can make use of all the SOAP requests. Once again, I'll repeat. SOAP cannot make use of REST request. Supports only post and get method. If I have a put, patch, or delete method, it will not support. But whereas SOAP request, I can use it in the REST also to perform the activity. It supports. That is a difference. Right on fifth point. SOAP cannot make use of REST. SOAP cannot make use of REST. Whereas REST can make use of SOAP. Okay, so this is about the difference between SOAP and REST. And one more point, sixth point. In SOAP, right on, in SOAP, security is handled differently. Security is handled differently. In SOAP, security handled differently. Come on. Whereas REST, it make use of SSL certification in the bracket HTTPS. Whereas REST can make use of SSL certification in the bracket HTTPS. Okay, one more thing, very, very important, last point, seventh one. Look at here, whenever I go to any of the website, let us say mamaearth.in. Okay. Search I'm making here, in the back end, one cache file getting stored. If I go here, there is one cache file. Whenever I want to clear a browser, it will ask, do you want to delete the cached images and files? Okay, up to 320 MB. Some sites may load more slowly on your next visit. Means if I delete, when I'm trying to open some file, again, it will take more time to load and save it. Cached image means, okay, so if I would have used this website first time, if I'm using this website for first time, so what happens? Okay, whatever the history I have, whatever the images I have, whatever the calls are happening, that will be cached in the backend. Cached means one kind of a, like say, storage place where we will be storing all the required details. Whenever I am trying to reopen, it will not take more time because already it is saved. That cached file, it is saved. Whenever I'm trying to reopen the same page, it will not take much time to load because some images are saved there. You will not see the real image like related to the server logs. It is already saved. When you try to open it, it will not take much time because some cached files are stored. So REST calls can be cached, but SOAP based calls cannot be cached. SOAP based calls cannot be cached. Right on. REST calls can be cached. You'll say, right, cache files. You go and clear the cache files, then it will work. Then your browser will work properly. Go and delete the history, they'll say. When you delete the history, means it's a kind of a fresh page. REST calls can be cached, CACHED. REST calls can be cached, while SOAP-based calls cannot be cached. SOAP-based calls cannot be cached. SOAP-based calls cannot be cached. Okay, so this is the difference between REST and SOAP. Now, let us understand what is XML. We have different format, right? XML is there, JSON is there. Now, what is XML? XML stands for, okay, it is a software and hardware independent tool. XML stands for, XML is a software and hardware independent. XML is a software and hardware independent tool for storing and transporting the data. Storing and transporting the data. XML is a software and hardware independent tool for storing and transporting the data. Okay. So XML stands for extensible markup language. Markup language. Extensible markup language, like how you have HTML, hypertext markup language. In the same way, it is also similar to one markup language. XML was designed to store and transport the data. And XML, it is a self-descriptive. XML is a self-descriptive. Means you can write it in your own format, okay, by using the tags, open tag, close tag. It's a self-descriptive language. I can say that it's a self-descriptive format or language. Okay. So XML format, you already know how to create. You already taken that. Okay. So this is about XML, but in real time, we will not be using that because you will be most of the time using JSON, but you should have a knowledge. Now write down, what is XML heading? What is XML? XML is a software and hardware independent tool. XML is a software and hardware independent tool for storing and transporting the data. For storing and transporting the data. For storing and transporting the data. Next, XML stands for extensible markup language. XML stands for extensible markup language. Next, XML was designed, right? XML was designed to store and transport the data. 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 Last point, XML was designed to be a self-descriptive format. Self-descriptive format. Okay, fine. Full stop. Now look at here. See, you all think that okay, XML is little complex. Okay, XML, it is not going to do anything. The XML job is to store the data and send it to the server. For example, I want to send some data, some note message to my friend. Let us say note. Okay, so I'm opening a tag and I have to close this /NOTE note. Okay, so between this, I want to write one message to. Okay, let us say I want to write one message inside that to, and I have to close this tag /. Okay, what I want to do, what I want to write here, I want to write it to Manikya. I want to send one message to Manikya too. And then from, say I'll say BG. And I'm closing this tag slash from. Okay. And then next, I want to send one message to him. Heading message. Heading. So in this heading, I want to send him one reminder. Okay. So what I want to send, body of message. Body. I want to send one message. This weekend we'll go for a party. And don't forget. So this is a message I want to send. Simple. I just wrote this is an XML file. This is all XML file. It is having a sender information. It is having a receiver information, who is receiving. It is also having a heading. It is also having a message body. So this is a sample XML format data. If you want to take, you can take down. Take down this sample XML format data. Let me know once you complete it. Let me know once you complete it. So completed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next, JSON. What do you mean by JSON? JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Okay, see, there is one separate language called JavaScript. That is different. I'm not talking about that. So JSON is a lightweight data interchange format, and it is usually written in a plain English text, the JavaScript object notation. I'll just show you here. For example, I want to send some data. Let us say my name I want to send. So this is a string I want to send, comma. So I want to send age. Age, yesterday we discussed, no, age equal to 30. I want to send 20 or 30. I want to send. Okay, then I want to send a car details. Car is equal to, say, Maruti Suzuki. Correct? Suzuki, na? Spelling correct?
Yes, sir.
Alto 800. This is a car I have. Okay. Alto 800. This details I want to send it to the server. Fine. So we have defined objects with the three properties. Okay, I have defined one object. This is one object. This is one object. I have defined with the three properties. Okay, three properties. I have a name and I have an age, and then I have a car information. Okay, so how to access this? If you want to access, we have to create an object. Let us say, okay, so JSON variable is equal to, let us say, object dot JSON of like this. I need to pass it inside a server. So that is none of your business. You don't have to worry. Okay, so like this, we are going to create a objects. Okay, now JSON, you saw this. Okay, so it stands for JavaScript object. It stands for JavaScript object notation. Whatever I have written, this is only JavaScript object notation. It is written in the form of plain text. It's a lightweight data interchange format compared to XML, because here you have many tags: open, close. If you miss it, sometimes requests will not go. Here, nothing like that. Open curly brace, close curly brace. Inside that, you should be aware of quotes: single quote, double quote. You can use double quote or single quote. Both are same. Maruti Suzuki Alto 800, anything you can use. Okay, now this JSON has some data types that you should be knowing it. JSON data types. JSON data types. 90% of the time in your company, you will be working with a JSON only nowadays. You should know this, very, very important. First data type is a string. Whatever name you saw, BG or name, it is a string or number or Boolean.
String.
This is string. This is a string. This is a string. Okay. The second one, a number. If you take this age 30, if you take this, this is also a number. Okay, this is one data type. Third one is an object. Let's say object. Object is nothing but, for example, I want to create one employee detail. Just say here employee colon, and just put all these details. Yes, I created an object of employee. Okay, string is there, number is there, and then object is there. Then next, fourth one is an array. Say array. Array means wherever you see one dabba box, that is an array. If you go here, yesterday I was showing you reqres.in. This is a sample website. We use it for our API testing. Can I open this? Okay. I want to get the user details. Look at here. You have a data here. Are you able to see one square bracket? And the square bracket is ending here. If I take this entire data, whatever I have, go to JSON Pathfinder. JSON Pathfinder. Use this online tool, JSON Pathfinder. You can use this one. First one, you can use JSON Pathfinder. Now, I want to find the path one by one. Just put it here. It will organize. This side, it will organize. See, now page is there. S page is there. Per page equal to 6. Yes, is there. Total page. Okay, these are all single string. So these are all numbers actually. These are all numbers still here. Then you created one more object, is the data object. Inside that, you created many datas, many employee ID, first name, last name, everything you created. So what I have done, I just created one array. Wherever you see dabba box, that is array. Array is nothing but a group of values, a group of apples, a group of items, a group of employee information. So we use array when I want to group them in one particular area. So I use array. So you look at here, open square bracket and close square bracket. Till here, all this information which is present in the data. See here, if I go, see it is given a index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Index 0 means first one. Index 1 means second one. Index 3 means third one. Sorry, index 2 means third one. And index 3 means fourth one. Index 4 means this is fifth one. Index 5 means this is sixth one, last one. Now, if I want to get the name, say Tobis, it is present in which index? Tell me now. In which index? Where I have to click?
Second one.
Second one.
Second one. Okay. Are you able to see the name Tobis? Perfect. This name is present. Like this, we will analyze. Like this, we will go and analyze. So this is only one array. Example, this is an array. I'll take it. Otherwise, let me use one simple one for your understanding purpose. Let us say I'll create one employee information. So this one, again, I have to write one curly brace and I have to close this. First one, okay, here. Array now, I'll say employee colon one square bracket. Inside that, I'll say John. Like this, I created. Okay, then I have to close this. So open curly brace, close curly brace. So I created one array. One array. Array means a group of objects. Okay, then next, fifth data type is Boolean data type. Boolean data type means sometimes I will say discount is equal to true. Discount. Okay, let's say okay. Discount is equal to TRUE. Like this, we will be using a Boolean values like true, false. So then last one is null. Null means no value. For example, some to first one Gouda, not Mandya Gouda. GOW is Mandya. GOU is Raichur, Hubli, that side. Okay. Now, last name. I don't have a last name. Let us say last name. So I'll say null. Null means no value is associated to that last name. So like that time I'll be using this null. When I null means nothing, no value is there. So these are all the data types we have inside a JSON. Inside a JSON, these are all the data types we have. You should be aware. Okay, when I use, okay, if I go here in this data, or I'll come back. If I click on get single user, if you see here, this is an object. This is an object of data. In that, okay, you have first name is a string, last name is also string, email is also string, ID is a number, ID is a number. And then here URL is also string, the text is also string, the support is also string, data is also string. When I come back to the multiple user, you should know that, okay, oh, these are all the numbers at the beginning. Then you have an array here. Okay, one extra square bracket is there till end. Till end. Okay, this is nothing but array. So you should know, you should have a knowledge why you are using this means it is an array. Now, right. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir, your voice is not audible.
I'm not speaking anything. I just gave this to write down. All of you writing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Completed?
Yes, sir.
What is JSON? Okay, then sample example JSON you write on this. JSON object. Then sample JSON data types. All these names you write on. Finish it fast. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Still writing, huh?
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, types of API testing when we are working in the real time, right? So yes, we will be doing a validation testing. Validation testing. When I say validation means we will verify the behavior. Okay, when I'm trying to enter some details, that detail is coming in the back end or not. So validation testing, you already know. We will verify the like product behavior as well as the efficiency, whether it is working properly or not. Then I will be doing a functional testing. Functional testing. So according to you, functional means what? Okay, when I go here, okay, let us take an example. If I say Mamaearth, take an example. According to you, when I go and check, when I go and click whether this each and every link is working or not, that is functional from your point of view. But when you click right, to when you click here, it is visible, but you will not be able to click on that element. In the back end, maybe some URL would have been not connected to that particular feature. So we will do that functional testing in the back end. Then third one, we will do the integration testing. Integration testing means whether after whether each and every APIs are integrated properly or not after entering your required details. You are adding 4 products in the cart, whether it is showing 4 products or any less than that, along with the price details, discount, everything is showing or not. So we'll do the integration testing. Then fourth one, we will be doing the security testing. Security testing. Here we will have multiple authorization like authentication and authorization picture. Authentication and authorization will come into the picture when you're doing the security testing. If you're entering a wrong username and password, it should not allow you to go inside. Apart from that, if anybody is trying to hack the system, it should not allow them to hack. So that level of security testing we will do in the back end. And then last one, we will also do performance testing. There is a separate team, they will be doing it performance testing. So these are all the types of API testing we have. Okay, so then which are all the top API tools which are available in the market? So the top API testing tools which are available in the market. Image. So these are all the top API tools which are available in the market. See here, there is a tool called Catalan. By default, nobody want to say their product is Kachada. So now they have created one page here. If you see, they are saying their product is first, number 1. They are saying 740 reviews, super. But you go and check in the industry, 90% people are using Postman tool. 90% people are using Postman tool. If you come back here, yeah. So these are all the top tools which are available, like Soap UI, Catalan, Postman, Assertable, Apache Gee, JMeter. Rest Assured is for Java automation. PyRest test, it is for Python automation. So these are all the tools which are available in the market. Now take down types of API testing. Take down these names. All the 5 names. So tomorrow I'll be taking a mobile application class. So maybe next week, mid, I'll be not available 2 to 3 days. So that's the reason I'm taking Saturday, Sunday class also. Don't miss it. Tomorrow I'll share the link.
Done, sir.
Done? Write down top API testing tools which are available in the market. Heading. Top API testing tools which are available in the market. And then take down these names. These names. SOAP UI, Catalan, Postman. Wait just a second. According to the browser stack, we'll give you the details. Yes, okay, write down. These are all the tools which are available in the market.
Done, sir.
Okay, so I'll stop it now. So Monday we'll continue the remaining API testing. So Monday onwards, it's going to be a more important. We will get into the practical stuff. So please don't miss the session. Happy weekend. Enjoy. We'll see you evening tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.